Welcome back, people. Today is a bit of a special day, albeit the weather's a bit miserable out there. I'll just show you guys, it is wild. And I am having to go against every grain in my body to get the Subaru out in this weather. Because with it being a Japanese import, I don't like taking it out in the wet. We've not had a chance to protect it underneath. And it's just an invitation to get the old tin worm going. And I don't like doing it. The Subaru only usually comes out in the dry weather or the sunshine, but today I have to get it over to an old friend of mine, Howard at HDC Subaru. The reason being, it is booked in to be remapped with Andy Carr. So, quite excited about that. The boys are quite excited. We did do a different intro. Unfortunately, they managed to delete it, so you've only got this one. Yeah, so, speaking to Andy Carr, now I have an ECU from a car I used to own a while back, a version 7 STI, and it's an Alcatec ECU which is already ready for programming and remapping. Now, Andy tells me, although we can use that ECU, the stock ECU on the version 9 STI is actually quite tunable and has a lot of parameters. You can add anti-lag, you can run mathless, which is what we want to do. So there's, I think we're going to stick with the stock ECU. Let's see when we get there how it goes about it. So the car factory is pushing around 300 horsepower. They're anywhere between 280 and 320. We've had them at different figures. Believe it or not, after owning about in excess of 100 Imprezas over the years, probably in excess of 200 if we include the whole family's ownership of Subaru Imprezas, I've never actually had one personally mapped. I've owned lots that have been tuned up and mapped and running a lot of horsepower, big horsepower, 500-600 horsepower Imprezas we've owned. I've never actually had one tuned. Oh, I tell a lie. I have had one tuned by the late Simon Rowe, aka Jolly Green Monster, which should give you an idea of how long ago that was, because sadly he passed away quite a while back. Yeah, that was an STI RA. Yeah, we had that mapped. That was running a big rotated turbo kit. And that's the only one I've personally had remapped. So this is going to be a kind of a first or second, call it. Now we're going to go for, we're aiming for about 400 horsepower, which I think is the limit on the standard intercooler turbocharger setup that we've got on the car. There's no other mods. We managed to fully decat it, you know, after the video of just putting the back box on, we managed to get the full system on, so it's a full decat, 3-inch downpipe into 2.5-inch for the rest of the system. So we've got the decat downpipe and we've uprated the panel air filter. That's all we've done. So let's see what sort of numbers we can get. If we can get top 300s, that'd be good. Another thing, dump valve, to dump or not to dump? Good question. Personally, from experience, although they sound great and they enhance the driving experience through the sound, they're not very beneficial for the car. You know, the standard system recirculates any air back into the system, so it utilises it. And it's also better in terms of, I've had a lot in the past where the mass airflow meters, the maths fail because of dump valves. You know, you must just mess with them or whatever it is. That combined with sort of cone air filters and things, but because we're going to go mathless, I don't know if it's the thing to do, so I'm going to take one with me anyway. Aha! I knew I had some somewhere. There we go. There is the box full of dump valves. Let's fish one out and see if we can find one that fits. Okay, I'm sure we can find something in here that's going to fit our intercooler. It's like some kind of fabricated bracket. Broken one. No, unfortunately, no dump valve today. After all that, I don't have one that's the right fitting for this intercooler, so we're going to pass on the dump valve today. We'll take some advice. You never know, Howard might have something at HDC which I can just bolt on there. Let's see when we get there. So I'm going to go and pick the bro up because he likes getting involved in stuff like this, and it's always nice to get him out of the house. Yeah, going to I'm on my way down if you fancy coming. Have you got any cash on you? Yeah, grab some and then I can pay you back. I don't know what it charges. Bring about 500 quid, it'll be alright. Yeah. Alright then, out to you, right. Brothers have the uses. Right, we've got Andy here from Team Car. Is that right, Andy?
Yeah.
Team Car, and he's just plugged in the laptop. Yeah, if we can map it for anti-lag at launch, I think you said you can do mathless on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll go mathless and just try and pull as much power out of it as we can. Okay. Of course, I'm running V power, so it won't setting up to the UK fuel spec.
Yeah.
And is it factory at the minute?
I'm just read the standard ECU out, so I will save it and then have a look.
So just this year of STI that has this ECU, or does it come in a few other models?
No, this is essentially the same ECU that was used from 2001
right.
2000 on a JDM. 2001 to 2007 is pretty much the same ECU.
Right, okay. Because
there was a slight, the software evolved and the ECU got a little bit faster, but in terms of the software that's compatible with it, they're the same from 2001 to 2007.
Well, that's good to know, because the 2001 cars are not twin scroll, are they?
No.
The version 7s?
No.
Right, okay, that's handy to know. So is this just a complete file you're putting in?
Yeah. Because you want to run mathless and anti-lag and launch control, we need a different base software in the ECU.
Right, okay.
So I'm basically flashing my newest base map for that. Those settings in.
Is it worth putting it on 2 maps, do you think, or just leave it on 1 map?
It's up to you. Good to ask what do you want the 2 maps for? You know, high boost, low boost is the obvious one, I suppose.
Yeah, I suppose.
What I sometimes do on these is use the auto water spray button.
Yeah.
So if the auto water spray's off, it's low boost, and if your auto water spray's on, then it's the auto water spray still works, but it's then on a higher boost setting as well.
Well, that sounds good. Yeah, if we could do something like that, and then like they can have a sort of take it easy mode, and then another one if the kids want it a bit more aggressive. So Andy's going to take the car out now on his own and just set everything up. He's kicking me out. He said I'm not allowed because I'm too distracted. He's got everything rigged up. He's got all the sensors wired up to it. So let's see how he gets on. Right guys, the car's back. We are heading out now, and we have not got the best news because we've got some fueling and spark issues, which really I should have known about to begin with. The fuel pump seems like it's a little bit lazy and not pumping well enough, and the spark plugs need changing. Something I should have done before bringing it here, but anyway, that's by the by. We have managed to get it mapped, so we've got the 2-stage boost, high boost, low boost. We've got overrun on here, so we can give it a try and see what it sounds like, and we're going to have to just get the work done on the car and then get it mapped again, try and get a bit more power out of it. So we'll give it a little try on the high boost setting. So that, oh right, okay, yeah, got it. So now it should be on the higher boost with overrun, with no anti-lag because it wasn't safe to do so, and the clutch is nearly gone.
That's good.
Got no pops and bangs yet.
It's not a lot smoother.
It has gotten a lot smoother, hasn't it? Yeah, it's on the low boost. We've got slightly less power than before, but smoother.
Yeah. So is that low boost?
This is a high boost now. It should have the overrun on it. So, but Might need the exhaust to get hot and things.
Over,
Oh, yeah, you can
over
just do-
4,000 usually. You got back up in the same gear.
Oh, have you?
Yeah, it's on the back. Yeah, it's on the back road. You know, the arrow. Go up and back right. Leave it there. Tweaks he needs to do is to get to the back so he can boost and stuff. It's holding
Yeah.
back. It's holding back because it's not been able to test it, has it?
No, so yeah, we can. I know. It's budget model.
Is that a sport one?
I don't know what it's on. Is it proper STI?
Well, looking for the stitches then.
I know. I have got one. I'm gonna have to put on it. I think it was robbed.
There's definitely the right airbag.
I'm good. I'm expecting big things.
Does it feel a lot quicker with a high boost?
I hadn't been able to check it anywhere else. I'm going to have to find some space.
You need a pull from second and third. Just pull over for a second, leave a gap.
Yeah, true.
Just tuck in there. Should we clean that?
The orange light on.
Really?
Yeah.
Slow down now and do a second again. So, sounds like you're short-changing a bit as a building up.
So there's a second now.
Yeah, you do short-change a bit. Just over 6.
Yeah, I'm just being gentle with it though because of the.
Did that feel quicker?
That felt quicker. That felt quicker than the other. I think he's mapped it the other way around. Getting nothing on overrun though, are we? We're just going to have to get it
Yeah,
back.
they're very, very strange on overrun these. Simon Rowe had to do it 4 times on mine. They said it weren't enough, and even when he went to the most aggressive, it weren't that much.